Now, if you're like me, you've always wondered what would happen if the genie from Aladdin and the chick from Heavenly Sword had a baby. Now, hear me out. And then she stole Leonardo's from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles weapons. That would be a Ninjini right here, who of course is the representer or the giant from the magic element family. Very, very cool design indeed. The only female giant, so for that she always gets extra points to represent some female power in the giants of family. I kind of found that to be odd, you know what I mean? With 8 giants, we're only getting 1 female. That's pretty weird. I thought that's kind of a not very fair balance, but hey, what can you do? I guess that's what Activision decided upon. But that being said, Ninjini looks very fantastic and is a fantastic representer for females, or I guess as a fantastic representer of the magic element within Skylanders Giants. A very unique design indeed. She's got a very cool armor going on. I love the translucent kind of, you know, almost like air bit here. She's got, of course, her magical bottle, which she actually, in the game, you can actually jump in there and hop around and do damage with the in bottle form, which is pretty gosh darn awesome. I love that aspect of things. She's got some very dangerous blades around her, a very cool haircut going on, kind of a nice sway and ponytail riding all the way to the back. She definitely has a very, very magical feel to her. I love the fact that her eyes just don't have any pupils. It gives it much more kind of a menacing look. And definitely a very, not a bad looking figure at all. Like, definitely, I don't want to say attractive because that makes me sound really creepy. But definitely a good design for a female giant. I like the fact that they got proportions correctly and everything, and that it looks really, really neat. I love the translucence on the bottle there. Very cool. But now, without further ado, let's go ahead and place her on the portal of power. And as you can see, she's actually got 2 bits that light up. So the bottom of her, not tail, but the bottom of her base or feet or whatever you want to call it here, kind of the smoke. You don't kind of like, if you look at the genie from Aladdin, for example, he doesn't have legs either. It's just kind of, you know, smoke or tail. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys call it in the comment section below. That'd be a cool discussion to get going. And the other thing that actually lights up on her, which makes her look even cooler on the portal of power at nighttime, is the fact that her eyeballs light up, and the fact that she doesn't have any pupils makes her very, very creepy looking at night. So that's very cool about her. Definitely a cool design indeed. Top to bottom, neato character. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at some gameplay, upgrades, and stats for Ninjini, after which we will provide a rating, either a 1 for being a very poor character, or a 10, well, it's not either a 1 or a 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, of course. And of course, let your voice be heard in the comment section below as well. But now, without further ado, let's take a look at some gameplay. Alrighty guys, so now it's time to take a look at some stats, upgrades, and gameplay for Ninjini. So let's get rolling. Of course, statistically, as you can see, she's a very, very well-balanced character. I think probably, I don't want to say for sure, but I think the most balanced character in terms of, like, she's pretty much good at everything. As you can see, like, none of her stats spike substantially, but all her stats are pretty fairly well balanced, and I really like that about her for certain. Now let's go ahead and kick things off with the upgrades. So first off, we've got her Witchblades, which sounds a lot like Witchblade, but whatever. She's able to use her blades, of course, to swing around and dual wield and hack and slash through her enemies. Now, Bottle Blast, if you remember me pointing out, she can actually obviously enter into her bottle. Of course, being a genie, she must have some type of a vessel to jump into, and that's pretty cool, and you get to jump around like a bottle, which we'll see in just a moment. Next up, we've got Surrealistic Spheres, which basically is kind of your long-range attack, allowing you to attack further by blasting enemies with different types of orbs, sorry, not herbs. Abracadabra, because now you can stab with increased damage with your Witchblades. Juggling Act allows you to now summon 4 magical orbs and damage multiple enemies at once, so definitely really, really handy if you have a bunch of enemies surrounding you. A really great attack to go ahead and use. After that, we've got Bottle Rockets, which allows you to use basically rockets when you are in your bottle form, which is pretty gosh darn fun. I mean, you're just like a tiny little bottle jumping around, and there's missiles coming out from the bottle. It's pretty hilarious. You'll see it in just a moment. Now, after that, we've got the split up path. We've got the top path right here, which features the Witchblade Combos, which allows you to then hit different maneuvers with your Witchblade first of which is AAX, which is for Fling Blade. After that, you have AAB for Enchanted Blade. So pretty cool combos there. After that, you've got Witchblade's Explosion, which allows you to charge up your sword into an explosive blast. Sounds pretty menacing, but from what I've heard, it's actually got a bit of a weird kind of hit detection, so I'm not sure if that's true. That's at least what my friend has told me, who has Ninjini. He told me that on his, he went with the top path, and this attack kind of is weird. Sometimes it hits, and sometimes it misses completely. And after that, final upgrade is the Ultimate Witchblade, allowing you to upgrade your blades to their ultimate form, which is pretty gosh darn cool, and they get goldy and they look awesome as well. So definitely a cool path. Definitely, if you want a little bit more variety with your swords, go with the top path. Now, if you're more interested in the bottom path, you get your Super Surrealistic Sphere, which allow your magical orbs now to do more damage and affect a greater area. This was the attack this was really the attack that I was super excited about, because I thought it would be freaking awesome to use a giant ball, but it was a little bit disappointing. After that, we've got Ultimate Bottle Rockets. Bottle Rockets launch faster, do more damage, and affect a greater area. Now, this is super handy, really effective attack, especially because the rockets have like a tracking feature, so it's really good and really useful attack. And finally, in this particular pathway, we've got Buy a Better Bottle, which allows your bottle to be stronger, meaning it can take more damage and deliver more damage, and on top of that, move faster, which is handy because the bottle is really slow in the first upgrade, and it barely moves, so it becomes an ineffective tool to use. And finally, the attack that is unlocked via Soul Jam in Chaos's Castle, which I believe is chapter 9 or 10. I think it's 9. And of course, while you're inside your bottle, you're able to put your enemies into trance via releasing some sort of an enchanting, dazzling scent, which is definitely intriguing, but at the same time, the disappointing thing with it is that it doesn't affect larger enemies, so in that sense, it definitely is limited in its capacity. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's head up here, and of course, let me actually smash this. I want the extra jewel. There we go. Bam. Alrighty, so of course, she's very cool looking, moves pretty cool. Okay, so let's get rolling. Got Stop the Spell. Very appropriate, considering she's from the magic element. Should be fun. So here we go. Alrighty, so we'll showcase the Witchblade first. The Witchblade combos. Bam. Come on. So of course, yeah, you got one combo right away, which I just showed you right there, but I'll show you on the enemies. So one, double tap the attack button, and then hold it, and that does the spinning attack, which is handy if you're surrounded by enemies. Definitely a good option to go with. After that, we've got our magical orbs. So there I'm launching them, as you can see, and they do a good amount of damage, so definitely handy to have those, as you can see. So of course, if you didn't go with the bottom path, your orbs wouldn't be doing this much damage at level 10, so just keep that in mind. Okay, come on, get out of my way. Okay, so that's that. Now, you can charge up the magical orbs, if you remember, which was the Juggling Act upgrade. So let me wait up on a couple of enemies. There they come. Here they come. Okay, so I'm going to charge it up, as you can see, and then that launches in 4 different directions, obviously hitting 4 enemies at once, so pretty handy as well. Definitely an effective tool to use. Now, after that, there's our bottle form. So you could just waddle along in the bottle form, and as you can see, when you are close enough to an enemy, for example, I'm like, okay, I think I could blow up a lot of enemies here. So I get up close, and I destroy them by exploding. So that's kind of the basic attack from the bottle form. After that, of course, you have... sorry, no, that's the scent. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is how you put them into trance. Boom. Which basically means that they're not going to move. So that's really effective for you, because what you're able to do then is get them all around you. They're stuck, and then you blow up, and that does a ton of harm. So it's very cool. It's a good combo, but the big issue with it is that, of course, it only works on the smaller enemies. For example, if I were to try to do it to this enemy, watch this. The Bark Demon, it does not work on him. He's like, I don't care. I'm not interested in you. I already have a wife, or something like that. Okay, so let's deal with this fella in the old school manner. There we go. Just slice and dice. And finally, of course, I forgot to showcase the whoops. Nope. Come on. Come on. What the heck am I doing? Okay, wait.
Calm down. I'm just getting nervous that I would lose there. Okay, so here's the rockets. Basically, as you're bouncing along, you're now able to deliver rockets. And as you can see, because I got that upgrade, I can actually deliver quite a few rockets in a very rapid pace. So I could literally, look, use the bottle to dodge a lot of damage and a lot of harm. And literally just bounce around. And then again, you could chain, for example, the rockets and the explosion there. So I could, for example, be in my bottle form, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm shooting. I took that guy out, shooting these guys, shooting. Then get up close, boom, and blow up as well. So you could do a little bit of harm with the rockets to like a bigger enemy, let's say, right? Like if you're fighting something very tough, you do some damage with the rockets, get up close, and then smash it with the explosion. So that's definitely a viable technique and something that I would definitely recommend and say to look out for. Alrighty, and I think that was that, wasn't it? Alrighty, so now as far as a rating for Ninjini, it's a hard thing to, it's hard to rank her because I give her a lot of credit for being the only female giant. That's pretty cool. On top of that, I love her design. I think she's really cool looking, very unique, and definitely represents the magic element super duper well. So I like that a lot. The magic element is probably my favorite one. I really love the way that was done up. I'm just double checking because I have a feeling like, did I forget one? I showed juggling act. Did I forget something, guys? I think I showed you guys everything. Yeah, okay, good. So I showcased everything there. And basically what I decided upon was there is a little bit of an issue with her. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to try to hide it. She's not super durable, like in this form. As you can see, she is, even though she's not slow, she's not fast either. She's kind of like a little bit, just a tiny little bit too slow to where you are going to be taking some damage. So that's why I recommend going with the bottle upgrade so that you can dodge attacks. So for example, you can come in, do a little bit of damage, and then as the attack is coming your way, change to a bottle and run away. But that definitely is a little bit of an issue with her. And there are other small things about her that, for example, none of her attacks are like necessarily, oh my god, like that is super duper effective or anything like that. There's nothing too unique in the attacks, let's put it that way. That's what I mean. Like, of course it's unique that she can turn it into a bottle and then do harm, but there's nothing unique in terms of, like, you know, like Popfizz has a really unique style of attack. Or basically what I'm trying to get at is that I can't rank her too highly because there are some issues with her. Like, I wish some of the attacks had a little bit more variety. Like, for example, you know, like Witchblades, it's just like, it's the same thing as Eye-Brawl punching. So I kind of like the same type of thing. There's nothing too exciting about walking up and just slicing someone. You know what I mean? Like, I wish there would have been something a little more creative to the attacks. I mean, the bottle one definitely is cool. That's why I chose that path to go with the bottom path. But there are some issues as well. So now that I've danced around the answer, basically the answer is Ninjini is going to get herself a solid 8.5 out of 10, which I think is a solid rating. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section below, let me know what you think of Ninjini. How would you rate Ninjini? Would you give her an 8? And an 8.5 like me, 9, 10, 11, whatever it may be. Let your verse be heard in the comment section below. Of course, if you enjoyed this review, please hit that like button, subscribe, share the videos, favorite the videos. Those are the best ways to show support for this series and to show that you guys want to see more of these. Now, of course, in the comment section below, you could always also let me know what other Skylanders or Giants you'd like to see reviewed on this particular series, so let me know in the comment section below. On top of that, guys, again, if you enjoyed the video, other ways to show support are by sharing the video with your family and friends. That would help me out a ton. Favoriting the video is another great way to show support. Thank you very much for spending your time watching this video. Alrighty, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and see you later.